on some GM-ish. If you can catch my drift, I'm on some GM-ish.
Ask Mel Kiper. The game fell for me, and I kinda like it. I don't love her yet, but shout out to everybody that's actually doing this shit that means something.
Have you always wanted to be a musician, an artist? Have you always wanted to do that?
I didn't always want to be an artist. My first love was football. I'm from Houston, so I mean, anybody that know anything about Texas, man, we breed football players, and that's all I was around. I enjoyed it. I watched it. I practiced it every day, all that crap, man. And what stopped me was a damn knee injury. Wasn't the biggest dude, but honestly, music was around me all the time, man. I used to listen to all types of music, from rock to rap, R&B. I was put on from family members who used to listen to music, man, and it was just always a part of the culture of me. But in the midst of that injury, man, I started to go through some hard times. But I've always been a great writer for his songwriting or just writing narratives. But I wanted to find a way to just harness these emotions as opposed to just sitting in a room looking crazy or bottling stuff in. And the best way I can release this energy was through music. And I feel like that was the turning point where it's like I decided to jump into it wholeheartedly, not to mention that God showed me that this was my purpose in various ways.
When did you know that was like it? There was no going back to football. This is what you were going to be doing. There was no, moonlighting as, writing some songs, maybe getting a little bit of money, maybe a knee surgery, something like that. At what point when you like, this is it, this is where I'm going to be, this is the purpose?
Yeah, the funny thing about that is I started and stopped for a couple years in that time frame when I did get that injury. And it was, I don't know why I kept starting and stopping. I don't know if it was life or whatever the case may be, but I was working at this dead end ass job, and this dude I ran into that I used to go to school with he was a producer, and I didn't know it, but I was passing out my mixtape that I had put out, didn't know shit about recording, but I was like, man, you know what? I already paid for these mixtapes to be printed and all that stuff I recorded. Let me just get these out and I'm done. But when I gave it to him and he said he went home and listened to it, he came back and like, dude, you got to work on your recording, but man, you got some promise, bro. Like, I'm a producer, man, and you don't even have to pay for the beats. Let's just start working together or whatnot, and let's see where we can take this. And from that point, it just lit a fire up under my ass. So I got excited. I've never felt that type of excitement before. Even with football, it's like, man, I'm finna actually touch some people or whatnot and express myself, because I'm very introverted. I think that was the turning point. In fact, I know that was a turning point for me.
I'm just giving you confirmation.
Oh, yeah.
As far as with the trends and stuff that's going on with music, and it's ever changing, or what's popping or what's not, or what's like, hey, this is what's really going right now. How do you stay authentic or like true to what you feel you need to put out there versus what's trending, what everybody is listening to?
It's been trends throughout the ages or whatnot for me since I've been doing music. And I just feel like I like lyrical content. I'll always have. Even the artists that I listen to now, even the ones that's in 2018, I seem to find those new age artists that still have that lyrical content. Now, don't get me wrong. I still listen to the other side just to kind of, get some different vibes or whatever the case may be. But I just feel like those trends and stuff, they all fade. Like, think about how quick not numbers, but those terms that we use, lit, faded. All these terms, those are like the trends that happen in music to me, in my opinion, and they just change so suddenly. And I feel like that doesn't stand the test of time. Being you stands the test of time. As you grow as a person and learn new things or whatnot, well, as I should be talking about myself actually, as I grow and learn these new things, about myself, experiences that I've had, it only makes my music better. If I go with the trends and it doesn't resonate with my spirit personally, And I think my music would just fall victim to it, and it'll just dwindle off. As long as I keep growing, my music will keep growing. And that's what keeps me grounded, because as long as I grow, I think my music changes in its own pace. I don't like trends. I stay in my own lane. I don't mess with that. The thing I want to add to that is also with that trend stuff, man. It's almost like, for me personally, it's no need to do that, because everybody has their group of people they're supposed to reach out to, and I feel like I may have a voice for somebody who can't do what I do, or is scared to say what I say, or may feel what I feel and be like, man, that's how I was thinking. If I follow a trend, then they still over there thinking the same stuff without knowing somebody else in the world is feeling just like them. It's just, that's how I feel about it. It's just more or less, if I stay on my side of the spectrum, which is being me, I know it's somebody out there that has the same sentiments as me. But if I try to follow a trend, they will never know. So I have to be the voice of those people who don't have one.
Not the cookie cutter.
Nah, man, you can't do that. You missing a whole segment of people.
Or the people you were purposed to touch.
Exactly. Like, I mean, everybody has a purpose in life, and I feel like my purpose, and one of the main reasons why I chose music, was because I can be myself. I don't have to dress a certain way, talk a certain way. I don't have to, if I cuss, damn it, I cuss. That's just what it is. I don't have to bridle my tongue and stuff. This is who I am. But I also feel like God used people in different ways. He placed me here because he know that some of these people that's in this particular circle I'm trying to reach, a pastor can't reach them, but I can.
You're packaged perfectly for the purpose.
Absolutely.
Just got that I am a legend feel. Roll 7 or 11 feel. Then once I'm on, I won't fall off and never will. You can't name a track I won't or never kill.